Alright, welcome to the LCS recap. This show, we're going to go through the standings, and then we're going to go through my tier lists and see how they get updated through the week, and then we'll go through picks, how badly I did week 1, and my picks for week 2, and we're going to do this every week, and I think it'll be really fun. Of course, if you like any part of the show, do consider liking me on the different social media stuff, as that does help me as I'm trying to become a professional showcaster. Alright, let's get started with the show. Atop in first place, the 3-2-0 undefeated teams are Clutch Game, FlyQuest, and Team Liquid. The 1-1 teams end up being Cloud9, Echo Fox, Optic Gaming, and Team Solo Mid. And then the teams at 0-2, team I had placed in first or second, top teams. 100 Thieves ends up being there. Logic Game, the team I said, oh, they're going to improve to a playoff team, 0-2. Golden Guardians team, I said, oh, they may be improved to a playoff team. No, they're 0-2 to start the season, so it is certainly a rough start for them. And a really certainly a disappointing start for some of these teams, but some teams really impressed in this one. So from there, we're going to move on to my tier lists and how we're going to update them from my preseason rankings to now what we've just seen. So the biggest move and shakeup here, Cloud9 actually improves to the top tier for me despite only going 1-1. I really think, yeah, they lost to Team Liquid, but that's the best team in the league, and I thought they looked good in that game, and they end up winning a good game, so that mostly bumps them up because of 100 Thieves moving down. 100 Thieves, you go 0-2, you don't get to keep that spot, so I need to pick someone to go in there. So you could make an argument for FlyQuest or Clutch Gaming needing to go up there, but I just need to see a little bit more out of them to prove that I would to put them in that top tier. But that being said, it does actually move FlyQuest and Clutch Gaming out of the bottom tier into the playoff tier. So now they're sitting there, they're there with their 2-0 records, are now enjoying that. Team Solo Mid stays the same, and like I said, 100 Thieves does move down to that playoff tier instead of the top tier. I still think they're a playoff team. I don't think they're garbage yet, but they had a really rough start of the schedule, and they had games that could have gone either way, really. So our bottom tier is still lined up with Echo Fox. I know they said they impressed at least a little bit to go 1-1. Optic Gaming, move like away from the basement is basically what I'm thinking of with them. They sit with 1-1, but they're still kind of sitting in my bottom tier until they prove a little more. And unfortunately, two teams I'm really hyped about coming this season, CLG and Golden Guardians, are now moving into my bottom tier. And that is something that makes me sad because I've hyped for these teams. But again, it's only 1 week, and we'll see where it goes, but that's where this shakeup, this tier list happens after week 1, based on, not partially based on records, but also based on eyeball tests. One thing again, Cloud9 only at 1-1 still look good to me. They looked good in their games, that's more important. And why CLG and Golden Guardians, I'm not auto just selling all my stock on them, but they didn't look good. And that makes it rough. For teams like, like Team Solo Mid gets to stay there in their spot, more or less in their spot. Like, I know I moved it down physically on the chart, but that playoff tier is still, all those teams are kind of all around each other. And the really, week 1 just created more separation in my brain from some teams. Instead of, I was, basically the top 8 of the team was well, except for maybe Team Liquid, was a melding of stuff. And now, it's just throwing some more separation based on their play. Obviously, everything improved. It's only 1 week, and I, certainly do hope some of these teams improve. So then we go on to my picks for the week. And the picks I'm going to make for next week. So I go week day 1, I go 1-4. I believe the Team Liquid win, and I lost everything else. And then I picked the FlyQuest and Cloud9 win, and then lost everything else, giving me a beautiful record of 3-7 to start the week. So let's go on to my picks for next week. We have Team Solo Mid versus Echo Fox. I'm going to pick Team Solo Mid on that one. Again, I think they look solid. They clean up that game after they ended up losing to Clutch Gaming there. I think they're going to be fine. They're going to be good there. Cloud9 versus Golden Guardians. I think Cloud9 keep rolling, and unfortunately Golden Guardians are going to drop that game. 100 Thieves versus Team Liquid. There's a part of me that wants to pick the upset again, but I'm going to go with Team Liquid here, just kind of sticking around with favorites. Then we have FlyQuest versus Logic Gaming. You asked me this before week 1. I'm saying Logic Gaming, but I'm going to give this one up to FlyQuest for that one. And then Clutch Gaming versus Optic, I'll give that one to Clutch Gaming for that one. So that's kind of an all favorites pick. which is not super spicy, but we'll see what I say for week 2. For day 2, we have Golden Guardians versus 100 Thieves. I think 100 Thieves need to start picking up wins here, and they gotta do it against a lower end team of Golden Guardians. I do wish Golden Guardians the best, and I hope they prove me wrong here and get a big upset here. Then we have Optic versus Echo Fox, and I think this is the most interesting in terms of what do you kind of pick here. Do they go with that Optic Gaming Academy team? I'm not so sure. There's too many question marks. My vote would be on Echo Fox for this one. We go with Team Liquid versus Clutch Gaming. I'm just going to vote for Team Liquid again. I just won't bet against them almost at any time this game. Then we have Team Solo Mid versus FlyQuest, and I think this one's really, really interesting, but I think I'll give it up to Team Solo Mid on this one. I think Broken Blade is going to do really, really good up there against Hanser, and I think Team Solo Mid is going to end up with a 2-0 week, and that's going to be reflected this one. And then we have Counterlogic Lane versus Cloud9. I will pick Cloud9 in that one. Because I just think Counterlogic game didn't look very good, but I do really hope they improve. And that was that. What does your tier list look like? Do you agree with mine? What do your picks look like? Did you do well in week 1? Because I think week 1 was crazy and awesome and blew my mind. But unfortunately, some of the teams that I was like really kind of trying to pop up didn't really perform and didn't look good either. So I don't even have a lot of hope for some of them. So we'll see about that. But if you missed our initial preview series, there is the original tier list and how that all got started with special guest Globus in that one. And of course, you can also like me on those different things and subscribe to the channel right there with that little button. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.